We're back, baby.
Here they come!
Don't mess with us.
You trying to get us all in trouble? What do you think you're... You know, you made a real gentleman.
What job did the board assign you when you came of age? And it was...
Well, I see you've had a sobering effect on our friend Neo.
Sir...
Forgive me, Sil. Anyway. You weren't supposed to look. Yes, but then you would have known. This has been my Albert. I give MSI everything. My work. In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and so... I hadn't thought it. Thank you. Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this.
Try to control...
Have you any idea how powerful... But that's exactly what this is. The world isn't changed with guns. And the bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 is one of the most formidable pieces of...
It's true. One of the old execs gave herself a stroke trying to fill...
For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once...
What Mr. Nandi means is that we have some rather
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage... If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost... Already? If only the... I'll complete the Bolt 52 in no time. I dare say...
You're getting ahead...
So I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board.
What's gonna happen to the people here when the board figures out...
Well, by that...
I'm just... Maybe I'm worrying too much, but it seems that...
Once MSI is restored, the people of Monarch will be able to make more... But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need... I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Don't worry about me, Captain. Mama and I'll work this out.
Please,
Don't point that at me.
Where are we headed?
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me. Yes, but before we get down to it...
Does it matter?
Oh, I believe it will. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired... However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so... You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose.
Precisely. First, I never leave the town. And twofold, this is a multi-person endeavor. I need to be here to key in the sequence. Normally, it's simple. Eternal, no. What is... However, you're welcome to brew me a rizz... Just...
This is why...
If that's really all, let's...
Terrific. I'll be here. Waiting with bated...
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Now I'll kindly thank you. There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do any... Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly As Nyoka can attest, I do not...
Why, he told us to leave without flinging it.
Captain!
Black holes. Did you see that? Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I'd get... Oh well, a pity for the crew. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect saved me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Yes, Captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratus. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your... Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave. Which means, get off my void damn channel!
Waste of company ammo.
Gotta find cover! We need backup!
This moon gotta be so big. Pink. I'll keep an eye on things out here.
Yeah, me too. You have fun, Captain.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again.
The gunship. Have you mount its guns to our walls or the walls of Stellar Bay? The board is coming, Captain, and these weapons will defend. Why wouldn't they? As we speak, our message assaults their populace through their favorite entertainment mediums.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent They're all mad! And what's more...
Remember what we...
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. Normally, I'd find this kind of talk from you quite Still, supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconic... That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group
I'd be willing to consider... One can't be... Besides, if you think her skills will Well, because the... Can you imagine what those maniacs would do with weapons?
And roll back all the progress we've...
Even if they merely sat on the... Oh, you see... Look, Celia.
I don't...
Really? What is important is that there's a considerable distance between us and that
Used to be, you can get the best wine on Monarch here.
I would have liked to see this place before it was all boarded up. I bet it lit up the night. You all got different Saltuna here on Monarch. Ain't that neat?
You come to Monarch and that's what you're excited about. You ought to get out more.
I'm getting that right now.
Something on your mind? Too bad. Had I a reliable third party I could trust to set up a meet, maybe I'd consider it. But I can't trust you to think logically. Your priorities are skewed a bit too much like Graham's. For all I know, Sanjar's playing you to get to us and you can't see it. So no. In another life, maybe that could have worked out.
Where are we headed?
Hey,
Move along.
nice day, huh?
What's up?
Any luck? I don't like the... Very well. Well, it seems like...
If it weren't for her, I'd wait.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge... I don't like the idea... Ooh, that's very good. Ooh, I could... Excellent! I'll get to it straight away. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but... That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in... A conspiracy? You...
What? Sorry.
I don't have time
Wrong
for this.
The gunship. The gun... At last. Now...
I can't see how killing...
And you, Captain. Time is of the... The gunship.
I'm a...
And you, Captain. No. Our hearts have long since closed to one another.
I don't like the idea that they'll... I don't... Well, aren't you unpredictable? It lends you a certain air of mystery. It's quite...
I wouldn't get excited just... It looks like the iconoclasts followed you.
I'm afraid we've got to fight them. It looks like this means... Ooh. Maybe you could...
Sir?
Right. I'll lock the south gate to keep...
Sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Even Stellar Bay ain't safe these days. What's the world coming to?
stalking. No more stalking.
Let's get those bastards.
Who's there?
Away from the board, fighting off hungry monsters. Folks still find cause to kill each other.
If this means they'll start rebuilding this place proper, I'm for it.
Stellar Bay's engineer name your cannon machine?
I don't rightly know. That'd have been...
You're back!
We did it?
I can't believe it! Not that I'm really surprised, but... well, maybe a little. You did it! I'm... Between our reinstatement on the board and the gain of this ship, we'll usher in...
I'm right glad to hear it, Mr. Sanjar.
And perhaps in time, I can... Celia?
Already done.
Anyhow, thank you. And good luck. What? Quite well. And...
You're absolutely surely not gonna believe this. Yeah.
Good to see you, Bob.
Captain, I hope you made the right decision by siding with MSI. Welcome back. How can... What part... Well, how... Please avoid damage. Stay safe out there.
Ooh, you're the new Faith. So who do you follow? Wait.
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Ha! So. For a while, yeah. But lately, they've been... Poor Isaac. I'd really like to help. They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry. Sometimes... I don't know for sure, but I saw... They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They usually loiter in the alley behind... Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done.
Poor Braxton.
I don't want it.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
They're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Mm-hmm.
You're not listening to a word, are you?
Look, my back aches and everything smells like fish. I just want to enjoy my beer.
Who the fuck are you?
Hey! What do you... Berta already pissed... Listen, that purple tooth... And not that it's any of your... Oh yeah? Wow. Most of the... Fine.
Thank you. Anyway. But that's terrible. I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I will... Still, your intervention in the matter...
Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's all typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can... So, good news. You're going... Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a minister. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree... Oh, I understand it must seem impossible to you. Infiltrate Byzantium, the Crown. In order to do the impossible, you must... If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, the chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at... I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land it. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much. Something about being discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. It's... You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium. Of course. What? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Oh, goodness, no. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12... Are you still annoyed at me for launching to add... Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you. People... Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your... Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, but the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof. Will do. I'd best...
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Welcome. Captain, I'm receiving an urgent docking.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of The Unreliable. With your... It's a... A parcel is a shipment. Opening a customer... With a... Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel in... They dispense 3 complimentary spritzes of Anti-Cleo's Citrus Squirt Air on behalf... Thank you for your patience.
repair station is currently idle.
I could probably...
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial...
At least this won't be boring.
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to...
What? Yeah, can we talk about the arm? I want to take bets on how the guy...
That ain't really that fella's arm, right?
Cleanup service request processed. Disposal of human arm from the...
Simulating disgust. How distasteful. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to...
Oh, really?
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or... Based on the condition of the limb, I calculated 92... There is what humans colloquially call a Sprat's chance. That is a very... I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose...
Good to see you. So, you ever... Episode... Hit... We're freelancers. We take any job we can get. But this one? Let's... Hey, that...
Do you mind? I'm needing... Oh. Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time... Afraid not. He almost never...
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Whoa, I'm not one of your being... Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Just remember, I've always been fascinated by birds. Have you ever
All of them.
The other thing about... Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that... And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people. Like but they never... I don't know how else people are supposed to complain about things they can't.
If things are broken here, of all places, then...
Things have kept on running this long. The whole episode made me wonder. If they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend.
Along.
All my hard work's finally paid off.
Nicely done.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like...
Don't you ever want to...
Hey, you. Yeah. Kid, you got present. Tell you what. Listen, you got an agent? Fresh, natural... Listen, you got a real special quality. Raw... I'm making a feature. Space Pirates... Already got an entourage, huh? Wait, so what do you say? Terrific.
Nothing exciting ever happened.
So what if those MSI suits made it on Monarch this whole time? I can quit.
Is that supposed to be a model of the system? It's not super accurate.
Ugh. Decadence ain't gonna save you when beasts chew through the walls.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how...
A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of.
Yep, you're looking at the minister. The others took me out to celebrate. Oh, he's, medium height. Everyone tells me he's... That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to minute. That's a great idea!
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here.
Sure have!
He's got powerful...
And a pop. You, Hey, you're really great. Have I told... Wow, listen to me. I'm so... Who am I kidding? It's not every day you get your... Wow! You've got like... Oh, Laws.
Only 2?
Have you always... I really shouldn't. I'll... You know, that's a very good point. Yeah. I don't feel... Please sit down.
What's up? Like a... What's up?
Where... It's a shame about what happened to that lucky fella. Not a word. And I've been sticking my nose in every... Oh, law! That's... pointed. So... Sure. Anything...
I've always loved...
Your best find this week.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our project...
If they'd sent money to Monarch instead of building even one of those homes, I bet we could have rebuilt Stellar Bay.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited. This ultimatum brought to you by... That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors. Minister Clark's a private...
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be...
Oh.
Well, there's nothing. Laws I knew. I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of... Maybe I let them out. And so... You... They have... Please. I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence. But I must say, I'm Something... Oh, very well. It's true. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. So you see, it... There... Is... There... And... Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the Not...
Done.
They'll never see us.
Well, you're getting an early start on the date. Well, Halcyon Parcels... That... It's... We...
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
Hey.
Hmm?
Is Matthew still drinking?
UDL security. Oh.
You must be joking.
There's nothing to see. Yeah? All right.
So what if all those MSI suits made it on Monarch this whole time? I could do it. Easy.
Nothing exciting ever happens around.
Hey, soldier. Already? His magazines usually take weeks to arrive. Let's not jump to
How did you get in here? You're not.
Oh, my law.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly Have I not? Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, I said. Then you're not. That means you're a dissident? But what are you doing? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident, which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. I don't...
He's got no idea what...
Will... Oh dear, I don't think... Of course, of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? You are a... I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name. But this...
You've been all alone in this house? Would...
Please! Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell... After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things are... Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters.
This all feels off, Captain. Like...
Believe me, things have been...
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon.
Exactly. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, allegedly in partnership with the Earth. I dearly hope I'm not imagining. Now we've got to get into the HHC. That's in the Acropolis district, along with the other major corporate and government. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded... There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used... The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earth. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate, but they need to know what isn't on it is the... I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, once the rest...
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something or...
It's worth a try. But the Earth Directorate still needs that message. Depending on the nature of their response, organizing and sending personnel all the way up. Perhaps there is... And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the...
You must be joking. Oh, there. That's one right there.
The Acropolis just... What in the law's name are you... Sure. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I... Move along.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not without signing a waiver.
Some nimble fingers, Captain.
You are... Right now. Love a good fight.
I was rooting for the Sprat. What? It's cute, and auto mechanicals are assholes.
Okay, go quiet.
Process.
And... please. Now...
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
I'm not sure I have ever, in my entire life, what's...
Do we really need all the security? I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take a bathroom break.
Can't be too
Welcome
careful.
to the official headquarters of the
Hold
Halcyon
on.
Holdings Corporation Board.
Stay here. Please step away. This entry... Huh. I didn't realize we were... I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry... It's Now, let's see. I was going to suggest that Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some... Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny?
Move along.
Apologies for the wait. I was a personal assistant at... Ah. Oh, you were being serious. Will there be anything...
A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
A UDL...
So what if all those MSI suits made it on Monarch this whole time? I could do it. Easy.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding.
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living. from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
What?
Here they come!
Get them!
That's the last of them. Here they come!
huh?
Here they come!
Go! Here they come! Don't hurt me!
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody. Wanted posters.
So UDL's interrogating... Can't believe I had lunch with the guy.
Easy.
Going silent.
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.
Ciao anche a te.
Look out!
Hello, prisoner!
How it's done, Captain.
Stop that!
they come!
Not possible. Sure. Here I go.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister... We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are...
busy in your absence, optimized my formula. All I need now is the... What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with two working... Why do you think we've been doing all this? Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn... That makes two things we don't have. Time and chemical... None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's good. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of... We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my... Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them. Sir? Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of the board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to... It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up... Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you. That is, I ruined my... I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion...
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis... Welcome. You have...
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. I'm glad to hear that. This may come as... I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, you have something I want. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. You are making...
Adjutant Akonde's call has been... We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's... You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the... If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2 or the Sun. The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms. Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to... I need you to reroute power from our ship. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's...
That ought to do her, Captain. Deft hands, Captain.
Saw something. Let's take a look.
You all right, Captain? I mean, seeing this place again?
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated. I see you've located the stasis chamber. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it? Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
That's it. Captain, we ought to go. Please. This place is giving me the fucking creeps.
Incoming!
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Finally. Sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some searching. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2. I wouldn't advise that.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I want to die in the dirt like we're meant to.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years?
That is what my captain intends.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport.
Yes,
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to... Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship...
I don't recognize you. Are you new here? I'm just trying to... Yeah. Yeah. Move along. That's good, soldier.
What's up?
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Wells. The Captain, I shall now...
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the... How can I be... help? We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I
I wish I could do that.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be...
Something busted?
I believe the crew would like to speak with you to...
Doc Wells never hurt nobody. Just a kindly old fella living by his lonesome up in the rings, tinkering at his table. The board just couldn't leave him be.
Mr. Phineas is just about the only person with power trying to do any kind of good in Halcyon.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth.
Unit was unable to complete scheduled sanitization service due to the fall.
Still, we can't do nothing.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of...
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm...
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
We gonna prepare? Sure. Guess I could give my ass-kicking boots another coat of polish. You got...
The fewer folks we got to hurt, the better. Maybe on our way out, we let all those poor souls locked up in there...
Sure, boss. You do the talking. I'll pack a few more rounds of ammo.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Pretend we're strangers. The board's always watching.
Now just calm down.
For all audition, please use the elevator on the left.
We're not gonna do this, are we? Promise me.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. No, don't question yourself. Just feel the scene and we gave the other actors real weapons. Now go in there, fuck.
Well, here to stop us.
All of this settlement CNP hungry time with their patented stomach stuffing effects. They are? What an unexpected
Are we on camera?
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? Hey, I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior. I've been waiting. I just got chills. But still...
This what passes for entertainment around here? They ought to try tossing back a spec...
Hey, no one told me we were giving... I have this whole port wired with some mic... Once we're away... I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal... You're not even taking... I refuse. To the break room, everyone.
Cut! That was fantastic. With actors like you, who needs writers? Let's take 5.
I'm stuck in.
Walk and talk with me. That was Here, this...
If we took apart and sold this place, bet we'd get a year of food out of it.
That's far enough. You're in my house? Let's talk about this. Just give me a second to explain myself. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing...
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond class.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're... Then you know how I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability... I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else... There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources... I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but her... Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but...
Fuck that. People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood...
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. One of the two Earth Directorate assault cruisers, assigned to patrol the Halcyon system. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course,
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
That ain't a shock.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as... I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking. You could always shoot me. I assume that if I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work.
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain.
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this... all this research, all these experiments...
Everything I did was for the... The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. I'll do it.
Doctor!
If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to... For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head...
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let... Wrong answer. Huh?
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project. What do you think you're doing? You know, you made a real generous argument.
All right, how does this sound?
My dear fellow, you...
That episode.
Here they come!
Don't mess with us.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
CNP Forced and Baked Beans. One, Forced and Baked Beans is the only one.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger?
I like her, Captain. Let's go.
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
Renegade finds his finished wealth has been captured. Please celebrate appropriately. Rizzo's lemon and salad. Your whole family tonight.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.